Welcome back to the channel, guys. KFARR back again once again, and we're here with the Sovereign Citizen Traffic Stop. This is going to be a Bama Mike video that I've just had in my pocket for a while. I've been sitting on it because I didn't like the outcome. Not that there's anything wrong with it, not that they got to drive off willy-nilly, but the officers make this Sovereign Citizen do something really humiliating for a Sovereign Citizen. But the problem is, Sovereign Citizens have no shame, so it probably didn't affect or change their behavior. I think they give him a ticket and let him walk off. They make him do the walk of shame. They don't let him drive off, but that's not going to change their behavior. I've been doing this for so long at this point where if you see a Sovereign Citizen doing something that is arrestable, you must arrest them. That's the only thing that's going to change their behavior. Giving them a ticket and saying, hopefully you show up to court, which they're probably not going to, that's not going to change their behavior. Making him do the walk of shame and not towing their car, and more than likely he's going to come back a few hours later, scoop up his car and drive off like nothing happened. That's not going to change their behavior, but we're going to watch this. You guys are going to giggle at the humiliation. You're going to giggle at the walk of shame. A bunch of officers actually show up, but it's a solid video. I would prefer pepper spray, tasers, or window breaks. That's just my personal interest.
Have a good day. Thank you. Let's try one clear.
Dispatch, command on traffic.
Command one, go ahead.
We're stopping in the loaf just off of Swink with well, I guess we don't have a tag. We've got a tag on the back that says private. No driver license or insurance required.
And four. Interesting. I will show you how to book and target 1312.
Well, I guess we'll see.
Absolutely. What type of vehicle is it?
It's a silver Mazda 3.
I got the
How you doing, sir? Window, please. Open your door for me then, please. Open your door.
Can I help you?
Yep. Open the door. I can't hear you. Open the door. License, registration, proof of insurance. Sir, if you don't produce it, I'm going to pull you out of the vehicle and arrest you. I'm going to ask you one time. One time. License, registration, proof of insurance.
This is a private automobile.
Sir, you're in the state of Colorado.
What's
License,
the emergency?
registration.
How can I help you?
There is no emergency. License, registration, proof of insurance.
Do I not have the right to drive?
Get out of the vehicle.
Do I not have the right to
Get out of
drive?
the vehicle now. You're under arrest.
I'm under arrest.
Yep, I've asked you more than once. You're under arrest.
What are you talking about? For what?
You're not complying with my lawful demands.
Lawful, unlawful. This is unlawful, sir.
No, it's not actually.
This is a violation of my Fourth Amendment. My right to travel.
It's actually not.
Yes, it is.
Now, at this point, I'm going to detain you while I ask you again, one last time before I take you back to the police department and charge you. Do you have a driver's license, registration, proof of insurance?
I'm not operating in commerce, sir. Is your body camera rolling?
It most certainly is,
Is your
sir.
body camera rolling?
Sure is.
I'm not operating in commerce.
Okay. Let's go.
This is a private automobile.
You're under arrest. Let's go. You're welcome to Rocky Ford.
Alright guys, since it's been a minute since I actually read this is from Sinise vs. Roe. I'm drawing a blank on the date. I guess I could just scroll up real quick. 1999. It says a landmark case. This has nothing to do with driving, but it discusses the right to travel. So, Justice Stevens, writing for the majority, found that although the right to travel was not explicitly mentioned in the Constitution, the concept was firmly embedded in our jurisprudence. He described the three components of the right to travel. 1, the right to enter one state and leave another. Okay. 2, the right to be treated as a welcome visitor rather than a hostile stranger. And for those who want to become permanent residents, the right to be treated equally to native-born citizens. Nothing to do with driving with no license. You notice that. Now, because Eric Martin turned me on to this nonsense, we're going to look at the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. It was an international document adopted by the United Nations, which I'm an American. I don't care what the United Nations has to say about anything, and neither should you. But we're going to go down here. It's probably going to be highlighted because, of course, I've already looked at this a million times. Articles 12 through 17 set forth rights of the individuals towards the community, including the freedom of movement. He mentioned the freedom of movement, so I looked this up one day. Freedom of movement, mobility rights, or ... the right to travel, is a human rights concept encompassing the rights of individuals to travel from place to place within the territory of a country and to leave the country and return to it. The right includes not only visiting places, but changing the place where the individual resides or works. Again, it just says you can move from place to place. It doesn't say you can move from place to place in a car with no driver's license, no insurance, and no registration. The Supreme Court, however, has decided that every single state in the United States can indeed require you to have a driver's license. They said that, and I'm pretty sure that all 50 states do. I'm only saying that, but yes, all 50 states do. I think the last holdout was like South Dakota, and that was in like the 50s. So, the fact that this guy's like, right to travel, shut the fuck up.
This is not how we roll around here. We run by the rules of Colorado.
Well, I'll go by the Constitution.
Get in the car.
Did you not swear an oath to the Constitution?
Get in the car now. Get in the car now.
Did you or did you not? Hold up, uphold.
Cool. That's how we roll with these sovereign citizens. I don't know. Does he want us to lock his car or what? Would you like me to lock your vehicle, sir, and secure it, or what do you want us to do with that?
I'm willing to go with y'all. Can y'all, like...
Would you like me to lock your vehicle, sir? Or
yes.
Otherwise, it's going to get towed at your expense.
Can you get my phone and everything and roll up my windows and lock it?
Is there anything in the vehicle you're worried about?
My cigarettes, but I mean, I don't know how I'm going to get out.
Is there a wallet or anything in the vehicle we need to get out of it so that you don't leave any valuables in there, or? I don't want to leave any valuables or get stolen while you're under arrest.
I mean, how do I not go to get arrested? Do y'all tow my vehicle or what? Like,
your vehicle will be towed. It's on private property, and they don't want your vehicle parked here blocking parking spaces, so it'll get towed at your expense.
Okay. How do I not go to jail so I can get back to where I go so I can get my car out?
Quite simply, you would have complied with my directions when I stopped and spoke to you, which you didn't do from the beginning.
I was speaking to you, but I was asking you a question and you didn't answer.
I couldn't hear you, could I? Because you didn't open your window, you wouldn't open the door.
My window doesn't roll down.
Then when you did,
I apologize.
You started with some BS about not needing your driver's license.
I thought that I had the right to travel. I'm sorry, I might be wrong.
You are wrong.
Okay, then
There's no might be, you are wrong.
Yes, sir.
You need license, registration, proof of insurance.
I do have license.
Cool, then why didn't you just give it to me when I asked for it?
I apologize.
It's a lawful traffic stop. You've got a tag on the back of your vehicle that is not from any state in this country.
Well, I've read a lot on the Supreme Court law, and they ruled that we had the right to travel. And whenever you have a private automobile, you don't have to register the state or the county.
I would suggest you are very misinformed, sir.
So I have to do that.
Very misinformed.
I apologize. I don't mean to be uncooperative. I just thought that
very uncooperative.
Right, but I must be wrong.
Lawful directions from a police officer with a probable cause to stop you and speak to you, which is part of the law here in this country.
Tag. Right.
So there's no amendment violations of any type here. I mean, you can take it civilly. I have no issue with that. I'll happily stand in federal court and defend exactly what I've done here.
Well, if I do go to jail, I won't have a way to earn money to get my car back or to get tagged.
And that's the problem, isn't it? When you do things you're not supposed to do.
This is just wild to me that sovereign citizens are still playing this card. Hendrick v. Maryland is from 1915. It is 2025. So 110 years ago, the Supreme Court ruled that the states can require you to have a driver's license. Yet for some reason, sovereign citizens are like, "Oh, I read some Supreme Court stuff, and you have the right to travel and don't need a driver's license," when there's a case that specifically goes against that. Like, I don't know, obviously they bought a packet from a guru, or their driver's license or whatever got suspended, and they're like, "Oh, how do I keep driving?" And some sovereign citizen bullshit pops up. But it's just like, it's right there in black and white. Hendrick v. Maryland from 1915. And then if you want to go further than that, you can look up, Reitz versus Mealy, drawing a blank on the year, that talks about, I believe, registration. It's like, it's in black and white that you need this, and this to drive. And they're like, "Well, I read this one thing on this one website this one time that said no." It's like, cool. Like, that means nothing.
You're right, I apologize.
Now, I most certainly could unarrest you. I don't have to continue with an arrest. I would love to unarrest you, but you would need to be very cooperative at this point in time and give me the things that you're required to give me in this state.
Yes, sir, I will give it to you. The car is currently not registered or insured.
All right, why not?
Because I thought I had the right to travel, and according to Supreme Court, I thought that I didn't have to insure it or register it. But
Well, sir, I'm no expert on the other 49 states of this country, but I'm pretty sure that they're like Colorado and you are required to have registration and insurance.
I do have some tools that I'd like if there's any way that I can get back to Los Angeles, which I came here for a job.
Okay, well, let me tell you, your sovereign citizen status is not going to do a thing for you in Colorado, okay? It's certainly this area of the state. You are going to be arrested every single time you pull that routine. Do you understand? Step out of the vehicle. If you want to pull that routine in Rocky Ford, this is exactly what you're going to get.
Do you permission to get the wall before I get the driver's license? Georgia?
Yes, sir. I just got here about a month and a half ago. They told me
Stand still, turn around, turn around.
Yeah.
Put your hand on the vehicle.
Birth certificate
Sure.
to get an ID to get it transferred over. And I just don't have my birth certificate. I might have to physically go back to Georgia to get that. I don't know.
Your hands on the car.
I do have the title and the bill of sale.
Okay.
A gentleman back in Augusta, Georgia, back in October.
In Georgia?
Yes, sir.
You have the title with you?
I have the title with me.
Is it in the car? Is it in the register?
No, it's in the envelope.
Is it inside the glove box though?
No, it's between the passenger seat and the center console.
Would you like to go and get it out?
So straight by.
You have any weapons or anything silly in the car that we need to know about?
No weapon, sir. Yes, sir. They're going to see hold on, let me call you right back.
All right, John, there's your license. I have not charged you with the plethora of charges that I could have charged you with. All I have done is deal with the lack of insurance and the registration, which was the original reason for the stop. Okay? I'd like to get you for fictitious tags. Not being you need to change your driver's license to Colorado. You've been here more than 30 days.
I went up there and they said I had to have a birth certificate, but apparently I might have to go back and physically get that in Georgia. But
You know what I find really unusual and a little perplexing is that a guy like you that's running around with these tags telling me he hasn't got to do all these things has already been to the DMV to see about changing his license across.
I did about 2 months ago because blah blah we wanted to hire me as an employee, but they said that somebody told me that they denied my appointment or my application because I don't have a caller ID, so that's why.
You didn't school them on the Constitution like you did me?
Well, I mean, if you're in a state where you're selling, in Colorado, they might want you to have the state ID saying that you're living here. I can understand, that right there.
All right, well, your change in attitude has caused a reduction in what I would otherwise do with you. I'd be quite happy to take you to jail, man. Quite happy to, if you pull that routine again in Rocky Ford. Okay? You do have a court date, 29th of July, 6 p.m. at the Rocky Ford Municipal Court. You do have a warrant, I don't know if he told you that,
Oh no.
out of Georgia for fail to appear, which is a little concerning for me. Because if you do that here, we're going to arrest you, okay? I'll come down there and pick you up myself. All right?
Sorry, I let that run long. I was just going to get his verbal diarrhea out so that I could talk about it. I've had licenses in several states because I've moved a bunch of times in my life. I was in the military, a bunch of states away from where I was from. This is the normal process. You have a valid license, not expired, not suspended, but a valid driver's license. You show up to the DMV, Secretary of State, whatever it is in your state. You have your license, you have your documents proving where you live, like 3 or 4 bills or whatever. You hand it to them and say, this is where I live now. Here's my valid license. Trade me. And they say, okay, cool. Like, what's your height, weight? Are you a veteran? Do you want to be an organ donor? And then they take your shitty picture that always makes me look like a drug dealer, and then they send it to you in the mail a week or two later. That's normally the process. So I'm not buying his sob story for that. Then, this is my big red flag. He has a history of failing to appear. So more than likely, that's probably why he left the state, if we're going to be honest, because that's regularly why. But if you have a history of failing to appear, more than likely, you're going to have a future of failing to appear. So at this point, I understand he changed his attitude. He seemed apologetic, but it still doesn't change the terms of service, if you will. Like, you have a warrant in a different state, across the country, for failing to appear. I'm going to give you a few tickets and make you walk away from your car. I doubt this guy's going to show up to court. He has a history of not showing up to court. Just arrest him, make him see the judge, and maybe that'll change his ways, but I have no faith that he's going to show up.
So that's court date. City Hall's turn left of these lights, and it's just over the railway line, okay? Make sure you're there, otherwise we will issue a warrant, and I'll come knock on your door.
And the reason I have a warrant is because I called them because I actually came up here about a month, 2 hours before I was kind of on my back. Winter, I was trying to find more work, and I called them, tried to do like a Zoom meeting. They weren't willing to work with me. But I'm here. I'm like 30 miles away, so that's a lot different than 14 miles. I told them I couldn't make it back. I was like, I'm not doing a Zoom meeting. I was like, I know the Zoom meeting for people whenever there was COVID, so why can't y'all? I'm sitting here trying to, putting in an effort, like, and y'all aren't willing to help me out.
Well, I'd like to say welcome to the area, man. You're going to have to comply with the laws of Colorado if you'd like to travel freely within the state in a vehicle on a road.
I'm going to take that off, because that's just waving to every law enforcement guy to come pick you up and do the same thing with you. But hopefully next time, you'll have a little bit better.
If you had just pulled a license out, man, you would have just got a monetary penalty for not having that paperwork, and you would have gone your way.
I called the hotel manager. I'm going to call him back. I got off the car, and I'm going to see if he'll come get
Maurice?
me. Yes.
Good dude.
So
Going well.
Come get me real quick.
And you might want to go in there inside and, like I said, ask them for permission to leave the car here for a little bit.
Tell Maurice, the chief of police, Rocky Ford, say hello.
Because if not, it will get towed. This is private property. They have all right to. And then it'll be on your dime.
Well, the sheriff or the chief said hello. He knew your name, and I said the manager. Santa Fe Shoreline, I called him to come get him. It was like Maurice. So like, yeah. Do you know what time Scott gets off work? I tried to call Bethany or Scott.
Okay.
Good luck.
Have a good day.
Yep.
What's up?
So if I started back up, I'm just going to pull it up some because it's... See how far it is off?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. And then don't get in and drive it again. He's just going to pull up to make it a better parking, I guess.
John, because it's fictitious tag, we're taking it off the vehicle. It's against the law to have fictitious tag, man.
I got a screwdriver.
And I'll take it off.
Is it a swerve it or did you get tripped out?
I'll get it off one way or the other, don't you worry. I'll give you the screws, man. You want them in the truck?
I'm just going to put it back in the hole.
Alright, I'll let you do that. Alright, John, thank you. Have a good rest of your day, man.
I'm come get me your Calista.
They live out there too, do they?
Squirt is starting a grill.
Alright, John, hopefully we have a better interaction next time if we ever have one.
So, shocker. At the end, apparently he did show up to court. He was ordered to pay fines. Whether he did actually pay fines or not, I don't know. I just... Again, I've just covered too many sovereign citizens who have been through the process and who have not changed their ways whatsoever. Just point blank. Rebel Studio 2, BSBT, Jonathan Mazzilli, going way back for that one. No matter what happens to them, no matter what they get convicted of, no matter how many times they lose their car, they're still thinking it's a conspiracy theory or the world's out to get them, even though the Supreme Court said XYZ, even though the Supreme Court did not, in fact, say XYZ. I just read you several cases of what the Supreme Court ruled, and they just don't want to believe it. They want to just randomly make shit up that fits their narrative. Oh, Eric Martin. Eric Martin sure as shit hasn't changed his ways to the point where now he's trying to report the treasurer of Wayne County to the FBI because they're making him pay taxes. Like, these guys will never learn. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, though. Like I said, I've been sitting on this for a while. There's some videos that are sovereign citizen more related that I just sit on and watch over and over and over again and just go, but why? But yeah, that's it. Everybody enjoy your Wednesday, I guess. Peace.